Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I wanted to just do a quick video on basically why I love guns and why I love hunting and fishing. I know it's the modern era, there's huge misconceptions about it. There's absolutely no need to do it. It's just, it's fun for a lot of us, and I wanted to share my experience. So, a little bit about why I love guns, hunting, and fishing is, hunting and fishing takes me to places that I never would have gone to if I was just getting in the car and needed to go somewhere. It takes me, kilometers deep into the bush, and, sometimes days on end where, you're hearing new sounds like, oh, I've never heard that before, or, just exploring new sites and things like that. You get to these pristine lakes that people don't visit very often. There's thousands of lakes in Canada here in my country, and not all of them get visited too often. And to get a chance and the privilege to visit some of those places is very humbling. It's eye-opening. It's a great experience. I think a lot of people appreciate that. Whether even you're just hiking, camping, you get the same sort of experience. But when you're doing it for hunting and fishing, there's more into it where you get deeper into it, and you spend days out there perhaps, and you really become one with it. Another thing that really happens, at least to me, and a friend of mine who I've helped get into this, it's corrected preconceived notations. I never used to like hunting. I never thought it was a good thing to do. I thought, why don't you just go to grocery store and do stuff? I used to be one of those guys for sure, and then I learned more about it. I learned more about animals. I learned more about hunting. I learned more about regulations, laws, and requirements to do all this kind of stuff. And the more I learned about it, the more I loved it. And I got into it too. I love it. I love it now. It's part of my life. It's a huge part of my life. So it really does correct preconceived notations. Something else I want to mention too is that all these tags and licenses and stuff that you buy to be able to hunt and fish, all these funds go back and filter into wildlife conservation in your country, in your province, in your state, or wherever you are. So that's a really big deal for helping keeping wildlife sustainable, and we're doing our part. So I like that. Not only does hunting boost my confidence in outdoors, hunting and fishing boost my confidence outdoors. You can go through some pretty harsh situations, whether it be a storm or something bad happens on a trip. We've all had an experience like that, and you overcome it somehow, and you overcome and you conquer it. And I think that having those situations happen, it makes you more confident. And for me, not only has it made me more confident outdoors, it's made me more confident in my day-to-day job, in my career. And that's a big goal. I've gone from being relatively confident to being, I'll stand up and I'll say my 2 cents, and I don't care if you're a director or you're one of my peers, and I'll put in my opinion. So I've really got that more confidence now, and it's done that for me. So it's great. I wanted to share that with you guys. The last thing for me, I think, is that hunting goes back in my family. My grandfather was a trapper, and his grandfather was a trapper, raised on farm. And not only is it in my family tradition, it's in my country's tradition as probably well as your country's tradition. And I'm very proud to be a part of that and continuing that heritage and movement forward. One other thing I think I'll throw in there is that, all this outdoor activity, it's healthier than being on the couch, and it's healthier than just doing your regular your routine, and it gets you outdoors. So walking kilometers, carrying weight, really puts pressure on you, but it keeps you healthy at the same time. And that's why I love guns, hunting, and fishing. Not only does it get me out, keep me healthy, it keeps my family out and healthy, and I like to see other people out there too enjoying the outdoors.